Yo, today, February 1st, 2026, marks 3 months since I started posting consistently. So that was November 1st last year, 2025. And I'm gonna continue to do these. I like these. And I'm gonna continue to look back at my old ones and see my old reflections, just like checkpoints along my journey to see where I can improve or how I've improved, what I maybe could still work on, or just maybe lessons or things I forgot about. And I was like, oh yeah, I did say that. I did want to do this, or this did help me back then. So I'm definitely continue doing these. And I think one of the things I did was did like a status check, or just like a metric check, I guess. Um, just solely for just documenting my journey, just pacing where I'm at. And so right now, as far as the metric, the only metric is really, I don't know, where you talk about, I guess, is the I'm at 16 subscribers right now. 16 subscribers. Which, first of all, that's a huge accomplishment for me. I appreciate every single stage of my journey. And I'm just look at my last couple of videos. My definition of success. In my eyes, I'm already successful. I'm already successful, and if you subscribe to me, watching this right now, I appreciate you. I appreciate you tuning in and liking. I don't know, my page enough to want to subscribe and hear what I got to say next. And yeah, it's not gonna stop. I got so much more for y'all. So, but yeah, I'm just sharing my journey. This is Jay's thoughts. This is Jay's thoughts. I'm sharing my thoughts, thought experiments, my philosophies. I'm gonna be sharing more than just like this format, just like speaking and stuff like that. It will be, y'all gonna see. Y'all gonna see. Anyway, as a reflection, okay, so this is the 3 month check-in. I don't think I did a 2 month check-in. I don't think I did a 2 month check-in, but I wanted to say that, yeah, let me just start. So for January, well, first of all, let me say this. It's definitely been tough at times to because I feel like I was still getting used to like life with that is completely in my own hands. I don't work a job. I don't anymore. If you follow my journey, you will know that I quit my job. November. My last day was November 14th, 2025. So since I quit my job, it's been about 2.5 months, and definitely have been still finding my way, just like figuring out how to live, and it was tough at times because it's like, and I've explained this before in my previous videos, but it's like with working a job or working a 9 to 5 that I had, it's structure. I mean, working 9 to 5 for me no longer resonates with me at this point, for many reasons, but at the end of the day, it was structure. I knew that I had to work. But really for me, it was 8 to 5. I had to work, and like when I woke up, I know I had to go to work. Be there by a certain time, have meetings, and then at 5, that's around the time I leave. And I work weekdays. And there's benefits, there's different events. Sometimes we travel to different suppliers, and all that. It was a schedule. That's what I'm saying. It was a framework that we had that I was used to. It gave structure. That's what I mean. It gave structure. But now that I'm 100% in control of my life, I wake up when I want to wake up. I sleep when I want to sleep. I eat wherever, whenever. I cook. I can eat out. I've been cooking more to save money, of course, because I still don't have income. That's a whole nother thing. Actually, it's interesting because this series of videos is like check-ins of start documenting my YouTube journey, and then I also had like another one for when I was documenting 1 month since I quit my job, 2 months since I quit my job. But really, it's kind of Honestly, I might just combine them into one. That makes the most sense. Cause it's interconnected, you know. Um, but what was I saying? Talking about structure. Um, Finding your own structure. And first of all, I've been giving myself so much grace. So it's not a thing. One thing I'm so proud of myself for is not self-criticizing myself like how I used to. Like I would like make myself feel bad about myself, you know. It's like, why can't you just do this? Why are you like, you know, it's like, oh, you're gonna do this and you're just gonna fall over, you're just gonna fall off again, whatever, you know. It's like that cynicism, I don't fuck with that no more. That don't resonate no more. Now I'm much more just graceful. Just graceful. Give myself grace, but there's a limit, you know. You can give yourself too much grace. You can be too lenient with yourself. Which is how it's kind of been the past couple months. To where it's like I'm grateful for this life that I have, and I can do whatever I want, however I want. I have freedom. I can actually work on what I want to work on, all my interests, you know. But then it's like I can, but I'm also allow myself to feel pleasure, like, or just experience leisure, have a lot of leisure time, and just be chilling, you know, watching anime or YouTube, whatever, which definitely did a lot this past month, and it was just moments of time where I'm like, you know what, like it's time to get back on track. It's time to get back on track. It's like I said, it's a balance between doing passionate work and making your own structure, but then also giving yourself rest and leeway, you know. Anyway, I feel like I'm kind of maybe getting off track a little. Well, not, or just kind of all over the place, basically. But let me see. I have some notes. But basically, what I was saying is that January, it's been the past couple months, really was kind of like a downswing for me in terms of like me doing what I want to do, like doing like productive things. Yeah, productivity. Just doing productive things, which for me is playing, is creating, it's drawing, it's writing, it's playing guitar, it's dancing, just creating, you know. And this past month, I was definitely I had a lot of screen time. It's like, yeah, I was still recording and doing things, but it was just like, yo, like, it's time to get back on track. It's time to get back on track. And like I said, I keep emphasizing this, now that I have all, like, 100% of my schedule to myself, I can dictate and do whatever I want. You know, it's this balance. It's this balance that for the past couple months is not, I feel like I wasn't as balanced. I was more lenient with things, but now I'm declaring that my baseline is going to be the baseline level of productivity. Like I think I mentioned, I forget in which one. Maybe I didn't. I think I did. At this point, I just don't remember. But I like the idea of having like a focus period from 10 to 3. You know, like for me, I wake up. Honestly, I might be repeating a lot of stuff from I said from one of my last videos, my last check-ins, but it is what it is. It's better because I can compare what's different. Anyway, I wake up, stretch, work out, and then make my smoothie. Then from 10 to 3, have a focus period where I'm basically, it's like focus play. It's like cutting out screen time or just bull crap on YouTube or excuse me, those watching anime, whatever, watching shows. I don't just watch anime. I watch other shows too. I know I keep saying anime, but actually like cut out the consuming, like, you know, and focus on creating, doing something creative, working, developing my stories, writing, and really, which for me is developing my skills. Because at this point, I'm a beginner. It's interesting because I'm multi-dimensional, so I have all these different interests that I have, but I'm also beginner or just not as good as in all these different things, you know. which can be tough, you know. Um, but I keep losing track of what I was saying. Um, but I'm dedicated. I'm focused to, because it's actually what I want to do. It's actually what I want to do, y'all. Like, for real. Um, Learning languages, writing, drawing, choreographing, playing, like writing poetry, writing. I'm writing books. I'm definitely writing books, yo. So anyway, just focusing on those things. So yeah, to move my point forward, recently, or the past couple months, it's been a bit tough because I was still finding my balance, you know, finding my own structure. That's too, I said, I said, nigga said tooted. I'm gonna just say, I was thinking suited, but then at the last second, I was like, oh, tailored. I was like, oh, anyway, that's suited and tailored to me, my personality, just who I am, my habits, you know, doing things. Oh, this is one of the things that I learned, which I've already known this, but it continues to be something that sometimes you just forget, is that like for me, the time, like for like this past month, the times when I'm like kind of slacking off or just not really being as productive and all that, oftentimes it's because I'm not actively thinking about my goals. It's because it's like it's like I'm allowing myself to have a lot of leisure or whatever. I'm chilling, But then there's come a point in time. It's like, yo, like, hold up. Like I'll walk past my board because I got a whole board. I got a whole whiteboard, double sided, with all my goals and stuff. And it's like, yo, like, I have goals to get to. Like, enough of this sitting around and leisure time. It's basically to sum it up. I'll say I've been too comfortable, you know. And it's time to break out of that. It's time to push myself again. But the thing is, it's not even really pushing myself because I'm just playing. I'm having fun, you know, like really just having fun. Like I said, with my daily schedule, I do my thing in the morning, work out, and then I started this thing where I have cups. I have different cups. I actually like it because it's like cup flowers. Cup flower is like, or pots. Low key, I guess you could say pot, but I'm gonna say cups. Imagine just like flowers and cups. You know, it has like the is it gravel or soil in a cup, and you know when you pour into it, you know the more you pour into it, the more consistently you pour into it, the more the plant can sprout. But if you don't pour into it, the plant can wither and die away. So for me, it's this analogy. This is my framework, and this is the whole thing. I'm actively in real time documenting. You know, so it's not perfect. You know, but I'm creating my own creative ecosystem. And to represent it, one of the ways I represent it is with these cups, you know, that have flowers in them. You know, and I don't feel like getting up, but to read the board, but I know it's music, or let me say guitar, writing, drawing, sacred silence, dance, and YouTube. There's more, but those are like the main ones I'm focusing on right now. And for me, it's like when I get up, I just do whatever I feel called to do. If I want to, like sometimes I wake up and immediately just start playing guitar. Sometimes I wake up and just start, honestly I think I started freestyling today, whatever. I just put on a beat and start freestyling. But then sometimes I wake up and just start writing. You know, I just do whatever I feel called to do. So for me, I really like that framework. Like that's my work day. First of all, it's play, and I'm having fun, which is huge priority in my life right now. Playing and having fun. It's not even necessarily like work. Like yes, it's work, but it's play work. You know, I'm having fun with it. I'm doing what I feel called to do. It's with stuff that it's kind of like a hobby. No, yeah, it is. It's like a hobby, but it's also stuff I want to turn into businesses. And even then, when they are full-blown businesses, I'm still gonna be playing every day. you know. So anyway, um, I think that's really interesting, finding my own framework, and that I call that like a multi-dimensional workday, because I know I'm a multi-dimensional being. You know, I don't like just one thing. Like that's why for me, for my job, I'm 9 to 5. I was an engineer. I love engineering, but it's like, yo, I got all these different cups, all these different flowers. I'm pouring only into this one cup, but all my other, so this one cup, the health engineering, that's how healthy it's growing, but all my other cups, they withering, kind of, not like dying, because I still do what I can when I can. When I was working a job, I'd still, you know, but it was so much harder to give those other cups attention, you know. So I love this framework I have right now, to where every day doesn't look the same, you know. With that structured job, engineering job I had, first of all, that's what comes with engineering. A lot of times you just do the same things. Like it's a part of the job, and I understood that, obviously, especially with aerospace. Um, Even if it's different things, a lot of times it's the same like concept. Maybe you might work on different projects or different products or different testing, whatever. But a lot of times it's the same thing, you know, um, as it needs to be, testing and making sure things are, up to code and qualify, Anyway, but for me, I know I keep saying this, but I don't know. I really like it. I really like this. I'm finding my own work. I'm creating my own work day to where I wake up and I could just choose. You know what? I want to do this today. I want to do that. I want to do this. I want to do that. Or I can go do this and then go back to this one. Go back to this one. And do something else. Um, and do that in a focused period. Or I could do it throughout the day. But at the very least, I'm planning on doing it from 10 to 3. Um, so I don't know. I just, like I said, I just think it's really cool that I found it. It's like I found my way, and I'm continuing to find my way, and like tailoring it to myself. And a lot of times, well, a lot of this time, I've come to this resolution by changing, by tweaking a little bit here, tweaking a little bit there. You feel me? Um, so it's like it's both being structured, but also being flexible. You know, to I wake up, I have say 5 things: drawing, music, guitar, writing, dance, YouTube. Blah, blah, blah. I said sacred silence too, because I dedicate time to silence, just sitting in silence instead of on screens, on my phone, on YouTube, is watching hilarious but dumbass videos. Like, um, which I allow myself to, but like all the time, like the other day, it's like, nah, like I'm focused on what it's like. There's so much to create. There's so much to do. Like I have so many ideas. It's like it's time to get to it. You feel me? So anyway, I did have some notes. Let me see. Da-da-da. One thing. Oh yeah. So that's how it's been the past couple months in January. Now, like literally today, February 1st, 2026. It really happened kind of at the end of yesterday. But now I feel this new energy. I feel a new, basically I feel integrated. I feel fully integrated into this new me. It's like past couple months, I had my time for a transition. That was transitioning from my old life to my new life. My old life, I was used to working and having that structure, 9 to 5, da da da. But then out of nowhere, just not working anymore. It's like, dang, what do I do now? Which I always had an idea what to do, but actually doing it and tweaking it and finding a way. Now my way is like more polished, and I definitely feel more integrated. And one of the lessons I learned is to give yourself reminders. I think I mentioned earlier in this video that a lot of times when I'm like slacking, it's because I'm not thinking about my goals. So write down your goals. It's like make a Post-it note. Say, put it on the mirror and say, do this or do that, or get this done by that time, and put deadlines on it. You know, it's like giving yourself reminders. It can be so helpful. Because how I am right now, well, I'm kind of basically. There's times where like you're in like high energy, like you just ready to go, you just motivated, you just like yo, like you know, you just feeling it. Maybe you've got some spiritual zoomies. You're like, yeah, I'm passionate. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm focused, you know. But then there's times where it's like, nigga, I ain't doing nothing. Nigga, I don't feel like doing nothing. Like you know, for me, that's literally me. Like throughout the week, like literally, it'll be one day. I'm like, yeah, I'm all gung ho and ready to. I'm at to go get them. I'm a young go getter type shit. You feel me? Then the next day, it's like. You know, like, so in those times when you aren't as motivated, when life is like, seems like less magical, less, it feels like things that, I don't know, have like quieted down or whatever, you know, those reminders are can be very useful, very important, you know, to remind yourself, like, yeah. And it's like, for those moments, it's like, even though I'm tired right now, you know what? I have goals and I'm sticking to them. Even though I'm tired or I'm not really feeling the best, I'm not gonna get down. Like I understand that this is just a phase. This is just a downswing. Because next is the upswing. You know, like I've gotten so used to the downswing and upswing, downswing, upswing. Like, you know, so and yeah, I'm just continuing to find my balance. And like I said, it's important to have these reminders for yourself. And I'm finding your environment is important too, to like change your environment. Because like for me, I think in the past couple of months, there were at one point I went like 2 weeks without cleaning the house, and I was just like, nah, like you like at least a weekly sweep, mop, wash the bathroom, whatever that, you know. Because it's easy when you like by yourself to like fall into habits or old habits, or bad habits, you know. And but yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like these reminders, write it on the board, remind yourself. And it's important to recommit. I made a video a couple videos ago called "Recommit to Yourself" or something like that. It's important to recommit to yourself. You know, you have all these grand goals that you want to do, but then there comes a time where you're like, you're not feeling so good. But then look at your goals and be like, okay, it's time to get back to it. Or just allow yourself to. Basically, it's like not feeling bad for being in that, like where you are, like slacking off or like not feeling the best. Don't gotta feel bad about it. It's just know that you can always reset, restart, recommit to yourself, you know? And yeah, I think that's pretty much for my 3-month update. I think there's more I could say, but last thing I was gonna say is I might post this old video because that's the thing. So today's been 3 months since I've been posting consistently, but not since the first time I posted. My first time I posted was March 2025. And after I posted, I recorded videos after when I first posted. I just never posted it. And then from there I just stopped recording all the way until November 1st. And I started posting again. So, but yeah, I might drop those 2 videos. So if you see me with next couple videos, if you see me with locks, know that that's literally from like March 2025. It's not recent, obviously. I got no hair, straight dome piece right now. But yeah, yeah. Thanks for watching. That's all for now.